And once more, welcome to the Binding of Isaac, where we keep trying to, oh, that's those things, yeah. Where we keep trying to, get any kind of progress done. And we keep failing miserably. But there's a simple reason for that. Well, actually two simple reasons. One of them is being that I'm just not good at the game. And the other one is that I'm not yet used to playing while talking. When you watch your favorite YouTubers just do Let's Plays, it always looks so easy. And I also thought that it can't be that difficult, right? Well, it turns out it is very difficult. But that only makes me respect all those accomplished YouTubers even more. Because they're still pretty good at their games, whatever they're playing. And they're still doing commentary or even live content like streams. And I can't even do normal commentary. Well, I can do normal commentary, but I can't be good at the game while doing normal commentary. That's my biggest issue currently. I could probably clear this even with bad items if I properly get to concentrate on everything. But I mentioned in the last episode that if I would do that, if I would concentrate on the gameplay instead of the commentary, the entire video would just be quiet gameplay. And of course there's also content like that, there's just gameplay. But I don't want to do gameplay content, I want to do Let's Plays. And for it to be a proper Let's Play, you must have commentary. So I gotta get used to all this whole deal with trying to play the game while also talking about just anything, I guess. That being said, I most of the time I don't even know what I should be talking about, or I don't even have anything that I want to talk about or that I could talk about, but I still have to talk about something, you know? It's not as easy as it seems, is all I'm trying to tell you. So huge respect to all those Let's Players and professional YouTubers that do things like this on a much bigger scale than I could even hope to achieve. But then again, I'm mostly doing this just for fun, just because I want to do it. I want to try it out and want to see how far I can actually get with this. I'd be very happy to like get millions of subscribers and have a huge fan base and maybe one day have a mascot and everything and all of that, and an entire franchise built around my person, my alias, you know, my persona, my character. It would be incredible. But that's a very big dream and I don't expect it to happen. I'm sure that it might happen, sure, yeah. I would love it if it did. But I also know that I can't force things like this. If it does happen, I'll be more than happy. If it doesn't, well, it's okay too, you know? I wanna have fun with all of this. I wanna have fun doing this. I want to enjoy doing this. And, well, simply put, as long as I am enjoying doing YouTube videos, creating content and whatnot, as long as I can do that, I'm more than happy. Everyone has big dreams and bigger dreams and things that you really want to accomplish. Whoop. There we go. A little bit of concentration right there. And we Audi. But yeah, I would love, really love if I could get big and have merchandise and maybe even be featured in some games, maybe just like my character, or like a plush of my character exists in some games. That would be everything that I could even hope to achieve, you know? But that also reminds me of other YouTubers, like for example Markiplier. Who doesn't know of Markiplier? And there's something that I keep thinking about because of Markiplier, and that was during an interview he said that the worst thing that happened for him was realizing that he became too big. he got too popular. And normally you would think, but that's amazing. You want to be the bigger YouTuber, and you want to be more popular, and have a bigger reach, and a bigger influence on, well, just people's lives, I guess. But what he said was that he basically regrets becoming so big, since now that he got this big, he doesn't have this connection to his subscribers anymore. Because Markiplier is a YouTuber that got big because of his charming character, simply. He was funny, but he was also very kind and charming. And he had a very deep connection, a very personal connection to his subscribers in the beginning stages of his career. But as he got bigger, as a YouTuber, you can't have the same connection with all of your subscribers if you get bigger, because there are just too many. And apparently having this connection meant a lot for him. And realizing that he can't have that anymore made him really sad. Of course, he's happy that he has so many fans and subscribers and all of that, but he's still sad that he can't have what he used to have anymore. And I gotta say, I understand that. Even though I just started out and I don't really have an amount of subscribers that would count for me saying that. I understand him. Because the less subscribers you have, the more personal or the more interaction on a personal level you can have with them. Let's say you just have like 10-20 subscribers. With just 10 or 20 subscribers, you can actually know all of them by name. And every time you go stream or that you make videos, you know that those very few subscribers will watch your content, and maybe they will even comment every single time. But one day you won't have just 10 or 20 subscribers. if you keep at it, you eventually get to a point where you have hundreds and thousands, and sooner or later you might even end up with millions of subscribers. And you just can't ever have the same connection with them than you had in the very beginning. There are too many. If you just have 10 or 20 loyal subscribers that watch everything you post, everything you upload, or just a few, very, very few that you know will comment. They will just write maybe a positive comment, maybe a more critical comment. Maybe they will write a comment trying to give you some advice on video making, or playing, or they're trying to give you tips about the game for secrets or whatever. You know that they will comment and they will watch. But with hundreds of subscribers, you don't even know who is watching those videos anymore. Of course, you can see that there are a lot of people that are watching whatever you upload, but you don't know who is watching that. You can probably assume that those few that you had in the very beginning are still watching, and they're still caring about all of this. But what about all of the others? So there's just this barrier that is slowly but surely building up the bigger you get. So making YouTube content is more like a two-sided sword. You want to be bigger, you want to be more famous, you want to accomplish more things, but at the same time, you don't. Because you would lose the connection that you have with all of your fans. And suddenly you have to think about, what is more important? What do you want? Of course, I'm nowhere near that point. I just started out with making videos, and I'm well aware that my videos aren't good. My gameplay isn't good, my video quality probably isn't the best. But that's not the point. The reason why I started all of this is because I feel like with today's gaming, everything's become competitive, and for some things, the gaming industry just completely destroyed it. And a lot of gamers and a lot of my friends fully agree with that. And the best example for that is the Battle Pass. Everything has a Battle Pass. Why do we need a Battle Pass for a million different games? We don't want that. Every new game must have a Battle Pass or a subscription-based pass, something along those lines. And everything that wants to be somewhat popular must have a ranking system and a battle royale based system. And it's just, no, stop. I remember the days when you didn't have like any of that. When I started playing games, there were no Battle Pass. There was no Battle Royale. The only Battle Royale that existed back then was Minecraft. That was the only one. That was the only thing that you would consider as a battle royale. But what about today? You have pretty much every single game with either a battle pass or a battle royale system or a ranked system, and sometimes they put those in games that don't need any of that. You know, you have games that they really don't need a battle pass. They don't need any kind of subscription whatsoever. They don't need ranked. But everything's become so incredibly competitive. And I just feel like people have they just have truly forgotten what games are meant to be. Games are meant to be played, are meant to just kill some time with. And most importantly, games are meant to be fun. But now I ask you, what about today's games is fun? Everything is competitive, and with all of this competitiveness comes toxic behaviors. In all games that have skill-based matchmaking or ranked-based matchmaking, there's always those incredibly toxic people that just ruin the game. Sometimes they even just ruin the entire franchise. For example, let's have a look at League of Legends. It's not a bad game. Not at all. But because of everything that has happened in the game scene, it's become bad. I also play League of Legends, And the thing I look most forward to when playing the game is basically just the random game modes. But they do so little of those. We used to have so many different game modes that were in a rotation. And every few months, the rotation would change, and a new special game mode would be made accessible. I'm trying to take this not in a specific direction for those people who don't know League of Legends, or for those who don't know the specifics of it. But there were a lot of different game modes, and pretty much half of them, if not even more, they just got completely scratched. We had events for singular champions, and they just stopped doing any of that. There were so many things that just got scratched and deleted out of the game. And now we just have one game mode. And that game mode is maybe active 3 times a year for a few months. Maybe like 1 or 2 months. And then we have to wait 6 months to maybe have another go at this fun mode. And it also feels like the more competitive the game became, the less the developers cared about the majority of players. It really feels like they only care about the top 1%, the real pro players, those who dominate the ranked ladder, those that dominate the pro player scene. And for everyone that has a low rank or the average rank, they just don't care about those people anymore. They're trying their best and their hardest to somehow make the entire game balanced, but it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And it truly feels like at some point they just completely gave up on making it balanced. Now they're just... With the recent years, they just pumped out new champion after new champion, and pretty much all of them were completely broken. They had to be nerfed several times in a row to be acceptable in the game. And that's just not what it's supposed to be. I remember the good old days, where you just hop on the game with some of your friends and you don't care about winning or losing. You don't care if you're doing well or not. If you die, you die. What does it matter? Maybe you used the wrong items or the wrong runes, but none of that mattered. Everything was just to have fun. We did stupid combinations or made ridiculous item builds, but all of that was great. That was amazing. It was fun. But the more updates came, the less options we had having fun. And now, just having fun playing the game became a luxury. And I'm gonna predict this, that in a few years, given that this entire theme is continuing, it's gonna destroy the gaming scene in its entirety. If nothing changes on a major scale, this will ruin the gaming industry. Because players, gamers, we don't have fun playing games anymore. Because everything is just about being better than others. But games are meant to be fun. What's the point of playing a game when you don't have fun playing it? You go to you get up in the morning, you go to work, and you come home from work and you want to relax and play a game. But you can't relax. Because even in the game you have to try your best, you have to try your hardest, and you have to give 100% just for one more win, for one more point in the ranked ladder. That's just, you just get up to work, then you come home from work to work more. And that's just not the point of playing games. So I just started my YouTube career, let's say it, because I want to play games. I want to have fun playing games. And I want to give others the opportunity to just watch your average gamer having fun playing good old games. That's all there is to it. I know I'm not the best at those games. I'm also not the worst. I'm somewhere in the middle. And that's alright. I don't need to be best. I don't need to be better than others. I just want to have fun. I don't have to follow and adhere to some standardization and rules and game sets or whatever. If I don't feel like I'm having fun doing the games the way I'm doing them right now, I'll just change something to have fun doing them again. Let's take Isaac for example. I'm continuously losing over and over and over again, and someday maybe I'll think to myself, this isn't fun anymore. I'm not winning. And it's no fun just losing the entire time. Which is understandable. So what should I do to have fun playing my game again? Well, it's easy. It's very easy. If I don't have fun playing the game as it is, I'll just add something to it. For example, I could activate the console again, and I could do my own personal custom runs. Just give myself some wacky item combinations from the very start and just run through the game, nuking all of the enemies out of my way. That certainly would be fun for quite some time. Maybe not forever. Maybe I'll just have fun doing that for a few days. Maybe I need to change my play style after those few days again. But what does it matter? You know? Let's just have fun doing it. We can do whatever we want, however we want. That's the beauty of those games. You have free reign over playing the game however you want to play it. It's a free field, it's an open field, and you can just do whatever you want with it. You can set your own goals, you can set your own rules. You can cheat in some items as long as you have fun doing it. What's wrong in doing so? What's wrong in doing so? I mean, obviously you shouldn't do it in competitive games or online games, because if you cheat in multiplayer games, that will most likely just take the fun of the game away from others, and that's just not something you want. Games are the absolute best when you play with a lot of people and everyone has fun playing together. And there are a lot of games that are just based on all of that. You know, you have those very, very big MMO games like World of Warcraft. You can enjoy playing World of Warcraft completely alone, just grinding away with your own characters, but I believe that you would have a lot more fun playing the game if you join a guild and make friends in that guild and just play away with them. Just do cooperation. Maybe you can have some friendly duels, challenge each other to get better. As long as you have fun, that's all that matters. I don't want to talk too much about this. I'm probably already talked for way longer than I needed to. But, well, if you don't want to listen to it, you could just skip and... Well, obviously you can see that I'm not starting a new run, so you could have just stopped the video there. But if you got this far and listened to my little rant about today's gaming scene and competitive scene and whatnot, thanks. Thanks for listening. Maybe you agree with what I said. Maybe you have a different opinion. Let me know if that's the case. I might just agree with your points. Maybe I won't. Who knows? Anyways, before I go into another rant, I hope you had fun watching and listening, and I'll catch you all in the next episode. Goodbye!